Good morning, all. Welcome to day 2, PacRim Athletics training program, at least tutorial follow along. No, not a tutorial. This is not me teaching anything. This is here for purely entertainment, for you guys to enjoy. We're going to run through a few exercises, go over a few blessings this morning. It is Palm Sunday. Wow. Yeah. Palm Sunday, happy Sunday. We got a few good things going on this morning. We're going to go see our old preacher, one of our mentors that I've been seeing for the past, give or take, a year now. I might as well just get straight into position. We're just going to go straight into the horse stance and keep on talking to you guys. Hopefully I can focus on something. So 45-degree angle. These are not tutorials. Do not follow along unless you're weird, crazy, and ignorant and don't follow the program properly. This is one thing that Mr. Lee Wayland talks about in many of his videos, is that his videos are not for training purposes. They are not instructional videos. They are not tutorials. They are purely for, I want to say, like entertainment. He more or less just says they're not for instruction. Do not mistake his videos for instruction. That is where his program that you more or less purchase and take the time out to talk to somebody about. There's a lot more that goes into it, obviously, than what he just posts on his channel. And I would assume a lot has to do with the, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to do this. With the, not just rehabilitation, but the assessment that his coaches, many of his team members, take out the time to do with individuals. So start the clock. I can't see a thing. I'm not too interested in keeping track quite yet. I know I probably should, but I've got to get like a stopwatch or something. By the way, new angle, obviously, for you guys. Check out the new setup. If you followed yesterday's video, you'll know that you were probably pointed from that angle right there, from the music box. It was my only other relatively good position. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do a couple pulses here. Oh my gosh. 5 minutes? Oh my goodness. This is first thing in the morning, by the way. We're looking at around 8:15, 8:30. I think I'm already shaking. My knees are already starting to do just a little bit of vibration. I'll readjust my hips, get my navel tucked in here. I think I'm slouched just a little bit too far forward. We watched a video to get some inspiration of a 59-year-old PacRim, so Pacific Rim, short PacRim athletes. One of the Pacific Rim athletes, guys, is 59 years. Oh my gosh. And he's doing it all, folks. Everything from this for 5 minutes to muscle ups. He's doing it all, and it's insane. My goals for the future, oh my gosh, my shoulders go, and I think it's because of these bands. My goals for the future is obviously bounding. So basically, oh my gosh. My goals for the future are some sort of, I can't think of the word. Get it? Parkour. Oh my God, this is terrible. Fudge. Yeah. What is that, like a minute? Maybe a minute? I might as well just bring you guys straight over to shoulder mobility. I don't think there's much of a place for me to go. And you know what? Yeah, there is. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna try and keep these bands on, but I know they're adding way more strain than I can handle, obviously, because or than I can. It's taking off from my time, right? But I really like the fact that these put me in the posture that I need to be in. You know, sometimes I feel like in my head. I feel in my head. No, not at all. Instinctively, like without knowledge or understanding, I feel like there's a higher chance of injury without the bands, even though these are providing tension. So they're making the exercises harder. I feel like there's a higher chance of injury without the bands because it's I'm more prone to going out of the proper form, right? This is putting my, at least upper body, everything from my hips to my thoraco and then my shoulders, all is putting them in a proper alignment, right? We talked about this yesterday. This position is what we want to be in. We want to be in this relatively stable position. And it's versatile everywhere you go, right? So besides the horse stand, every movement should have this posture in mind. So this, the horse stance would just turn into this, right? You're not doing any of this. You want to be in this position. Handstand is just going to turn into this, right? And then hanging, we're going to add some hangs into this. Obviously, as you can see, I added my bar. I completely forgot I had it. So you actually did see my video yesterday. You'll know that I thought I didn't even have a pull-up bar. Forgot completely about this thing, pulled it out of the back room, back room, and set it up here in my room so that I can't forget about it, can't miss it, can't even skip a beat. Are my orange slices in this? Look at that. Last night's dinner. All over. That's okay. Now you guys are going to be distracted. But yeah, yes, this is it. This is all we need. This is everything we need. I have it all. So I can do every morning these exercises. We're going to go into this. We did the horse stance. I'm going to do, we're going to go straight into, go into this. I want you guys to be a little closer, but now I definitely don't have a place for you guys anymore. Let's see if we can set you guys up somewhere else. Hang on. I'm getting pretty good at this. This is pretty quick. I know you guys didn't see it, but wow, that was quick. Come over here. I'm going to do it right about here. Look at this. Perfect little example. And if I fall forward, I'm falling on soft padding. I have these square puzzle pieces. A lot of people use for softness. So everything in alignment. I'm going to start here, and I can even, I don't know if you guys know, but at the bottom of this bar are handlebars, right? I can even bring myself up, which makes it way, I like to say easier because of the wrists are in alignment. I know that won't help out much with flexibility, but I think we're going to be able to do that. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get wrist flexibility involved. We'll see. We'll definitely have to work on that later. But yeah, here we go. Time it out. Oof. 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 Now they say face all the way to the wall. I can't even get up on these things. I can't get up. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yes, I can. This is good. Oh, this is good. This is good. Now I want my feet just a little bit back towards the wall so my front core, my abdominals are properly engaged. Oh, this hurts. I am definitely assisting myself out right now. Bad posture. Oh my God, this sucks. Wow. I don't know why. I don't know why this sucks so bad. But hey, this is a really cool posture. If you see what I'm doing with my feet, my legs, like right now, I can hang. Right? This is a great piece. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Yeah, I suppose that's actually pretty good because I don't have to get out of the position in order to do it. Wow, my feet touch the bar. My feet touch the bar. Now I can aid myself. Whoa, look at me go. I'm taking off quite a bit of weight from my feet. Yeah, that's terrible posture. Do you guys see that? We need to go this way. Right, no, there's still a sway. I can't do this. I know what's wrong. There it is. That's what you need to do. You see that? We want flat back. Oh my gosh. This is horrendous. I'm gonna have to do this to evolve a proper posture. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even reach the ground. I will go out with a roll just so we can practice. Yeah, that movement alone wow. It is definitely the one that not destroys, it definitely amplifies. The bands amplify that by like tenfold. Like that's insane. Obviously that wasn't very good, but I'm glad this is only day 2 of the vlog series. Whew. That is just, I don't know how people are doing it. And this is the best part, is that they do have tons of videos of older people. It's a lot more inspiring than you think, because I have that thought in my head of like age being a limiting factor. It's definitely coerced around comparing yourself to others, which I always mention, like I try not to. But the goal is to try not to for me. It's not like I don't compare myself. I tend to compare myself highly with age specifically. So I'll tend to ask people's age just because it's like, it's a part of my, I don't want to say part of my nature, but it's just, I do that thing. And then I know I'm going into some sort of assumptive, some sort of presuming and judging, maybe not judging to the extent of, I don't know if it's judging as much as it is assuming, right? I assume based off of the standards and I forgot what the technical term is, but the standards that we set in society ourselves for a specific age group. Guys, I'm not even moving, and this is already, like, it destroys. It doesn't destroy anything. It really builds up, right? It's just like gym training for muscles, but this is joints, ligaments, and tendons, which take way more weight, which can take way more weight than your muscles. Your muscles will never lift the amount of weight
that your joints, ligaments, and tendons have the ability to lift. All right, that's where our problems lie. Is our ligaments and tendons are not strong enough. They're the problematic areas. This is where people's injuries occur, is in the actual joints, right? Not necessarily the muscles. You've got cartilage damage. You've got rotator cuff injuries. You're talking about ligament tears and tendon pulls. These are the injuries that can absolutely not only be avoided and corrected, but they, if trained properly, will lead to the most maximized gains, muscular gains that you can achieve in the gym, that you can want to achieve in the gym. It's your limiting, I don't want to say it like I'm teaching. It's the limiting factor. It is the limiting factor that we miss as a whole society in our training programs. So yeah, get on it. We're gonna move into some hangs, just straight up, and you guys are gonna love this. I'm loving this because of how versatile this bar is, seeing as, oh my gosh. Oh no, I hate these. Seeing as I can go all the way here, and then I have a ceiling so I can walk, and then my goal is to get those feet all the way to the wall, which I don't know if you guys can see, but the wall is back there. Oh, that sucked. Yeah, my worst aspect is my freaking hands, man. My hands feel terrible. Even my grip, not like my wrist grip strength, but my grip, my hands suck. And it's so terrible. My poor little hands can't handle it. Ah, gosh, man. And it's literally all about mentality. You can hold this position for such a long time if you just work past it, but my hands hurt. Oh, my hands hurt so bad right now. Oh, I just want to do movements. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this hurts so bad. Whew. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Oh, this is horrendous, guys. I'm doing absolutely terrible. That wasn't even a minute. I know that wasn't even a minute. I'm pretty sure my low back hurt from the improper form from the shoulder. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to maximize it. Because if you saw, my waist was right on this pad here, and it was difficult, you saw it, to keep the back flat, right? I had hips swayed out a lot of times because my feet could lean back. And I need to make sure we're tucked. So that's gonna be a difficult one for me to work on. Wow, oh my gosh. So yeah, then we go into some sort of, I'm gonna bring you guys back over here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna move you over a leg. You're on my chairs right now. But yeah, I wanna use these. So, oh my God. Number of, guys, I'm not even gonna be doing this for time soon. Like, I can't raise my legs right now. Not even close. So yeah, we'll be doing these.
Obviously, I'm flared shoulders and lats are flared out. I want to bring that navel in as much as possible. And we're just doing reps. I know we said we wouldn't do it, but if you can't hold, this is just the next step down. We're gonna do these. Try and move into, oh my gosh. You can tell that I'm going down just a little bit when I start these. So yeah, these are not easy. Like I can definitely take more. I know I can take more on these, but I mean that was like 50% really. That really was. My hanging, my grip is giving out on the handstand. I would say my shoulder. Excuse me. My shoulder / upper T-spine. We talked about the upper T-spine, everything from the shoulder girdle all the way down to the waist. It's your spine. And the T part, right, the T, involves the shoulder girdle. I would say everything from the upper T to like the mid back, right? Just straightening out that upper back is definitely difficult. So after that, we got... Okay, yeah, then after that, I would go into either the bridge, which will be great, because I have this. We're going to do the bridge. I guess we just do it now. I don't want to, though. We just did shoulder. Let's do, I'd rather do more dead hang, because the dead hang is so terrible. Let me go ahead and just scoot you guys a little bit upwards. Go straight into the dead hang again. Oh man, does this suck? And my goal, basically, when you guys aren't around, because I don't know if I'll be, I don't know if I'll be, I don't know if I'll be filming every single session. Maybe we can have it like once every, like 2-3 times a week. But I want to do this 6 days a week, every morning before doing anything. And the goal is to time myself again up to 5 minutes on every exercise, holding for 5 minutes. So essentially, I keep on doing these rounds with a stopwatch on each one, and I don't stop until I reach 5 minutes, essentially. In totality, right? So if I only do a minute on a handstand, then I'm probably going to do it like at least 6 or 7 times. Because I'm sure I'm going to digress in time each time. I do a set like this. This is just terrible. This is horrendous. This is absolutely horrendous right now. I'm glad this is first thing in the morning because this is rough. Wow. I mean, I'd rather talk so much. I need a buddy. I need a partner so bad on these. Like, he mentions it. I mentioned in the last video. He mentions how important, how imperative it is. I'm probably going to go to another straddle to have a training partner with this stuff, and especially with the static training holds, right? So where you're holding, because a lot of it's just mental. Like I could have gone longer there. I could have gone longer on these hangs. But whether I'm distracted, I was hoping to be able to use you guys as like my, right, as my active and passive training partner. But it's not like you guys are here to cheer me on. All it is me having a mental thought in my head saying, all right, there's people watching, so maybe that helps. I don't think it is, quite honestly. I'm not really doing that great, but yeah, I'm, it's, it is first thing in the morning, so the struggle is real. But then again, everybody in their 40 pluses, everybody, Planet Fitness is always loaded at 5 a.m. With people, and those are like your low.
technically, those are your lower standard athletes, to say the least. I mean, I don't want to be that judgmental, seeing as it is a judgment-free zone, but essentially, those people are the most dedicated people of them all, in that they're going first thing in the morning. So you try and go first thing in the morning and start doing your 1-rep maxes. See if you can handle it, as far as gym rats go and everything. This is just not easy. As far as, I think I've got to do hands in front and then feet out to the side. Maybe I'll just do it straight in front of you. I have no caffeine in me right now. I was gonna open up some, but it is Sunday, so it's like I don't necessarily need it for the rest of the day. I'm not really gonna be working today. This is the hard one. This is absolutely, unbelievably difficult. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I know how they do it, but I don't know how the heck they do it for time. I can't even get in the position, right? Look at my legs. This is as... They're supposed to be able to roll up just like that. I can't even lay them off. So I'm just going to have... My wrists aren't even flat on the ground. This is unbelievable. I don't know how to upgrade this one, and there's no way I could transition. Maybe a little bit. By the way, do not try this stuff at home on your own if you are not willing to be injured, right? This is definitely a recipe for disaster. My wrists and low back on that one are my close calls. I'm not really sure how to tuck the navel. I know I'm not a fan of my rounded back sort of posture, but I'm moving away from that, seeing as a lot of the calisthenics, a lot of acrobats, a lot of gymnasts, and people a part of the program, people that do these body weight movements tend to have this position, right? When they're doing some sort of push-up, when they're doing any sort of straddle, any sort of lots of positions, right? The iron cross on the rings, their lats are flared out and they're, well, I don't want to say no, that's actually wrong. They're usually pretty darn straight. But you can tell, watch a few calisthenic videos. A lot of their push-ups are done with their shoulders shrugged forward, not necessarily midway, right? That I usually tend to teach. So I'm breaking away. I'm breaking away from old habits and trying new approaches here. That I don't know how I'm going to upgrade. I don't even know how to fix that movement. I am running through these videos by Lee Wayland at Pacific Rim, and there's just not a whole lot of actual tutorials, right? It's not in depth. It just grazes the surface of the basics, and it's really hard to pick up on how to. I mean, you got to really dig. You've got to really pay attention. I'm not necessarily writing things down yet. I'm not necessarily. I'm not that. I'm not that focused, right? So I've got a lot more videos to watch and learn from. And besides that, I would probably do another dead hang. Oh, I didn't even do bridge. So we'll just do the bridge one time, and then after that, I'll probably go and turn this off, cut it, and then do as much more as I can until church time comes around. Golly, this sucks. I'm just gonna start here and then move. I don't even feel good doing where is it? There you are. All right, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna try and move up to here with a good 1, 2, 3. Movement. Oh my God. Lower back. I'm not even. All right. Oh my God. No way. No way. No way. All right. I feel a ton of blood flow to the face right now. And that's with breathing. You heard my breathing there. It wasn't through the nose, but by God, my nose started getting full of snot and crap. Where was it? Quite honestly, I think it was the blood rush to the head that is kind of keeping me from going there. Maybe a little bit in the T-spine, upper back, and shoulders, obviously. My lower half felt loose. I don't know if I like the bridge as much as I want to. Like, what? Or no, let me rephrase. I don't know if I'm as good at the bridge as I thought I once was. Movie line. But wow, that's only one round, folks. And that was like, guys, if I were to do this for a total of 5 minutes a day, I would have to do this all day. I could not do this all at once, like in a exercise routine being like a 90-minute session, right? I would have to go throughout the day, which is why I'm deciding to do it here at home, because I can't do this in the gym and then do like if I were to do that exercise for 5 minutes in totality, I would probably end up doing maybe 10 to 15 rounds, right? That was like 30 seconds at best. So yeah, like that's 10 rounds right there. So yeah, we got a long way to go. I have a long way to go. So stay tuned, folks. I highly doubt I'm going to show this every single morning. But yeah, we're going to have progress and updates for you guys from time to time. Follow the PacRim series. I've decided to just call it PacRim. I was going to do a PCT, but I heard them use the term PacRim, and I guess I'll just label that in the video. My first one will be Pacific Rim Athletics name. But other than that, follow along. It's pretty good stuff. Don't necessarily do this unless you're arrogant, stupid, and dumb like me, right? Because you're not supposed to do this on your own. You want to have a training partner. You want to have a helper. You want to have somebody who's there to be there to support you. That is the third level of the piece of the foundation, right? Anybody can train. Anybody can have a diet. It is the accountability that matters the most in this world. And I am just suffering from a long life of unaccountability and independence and hyper what's the word? Where is it? Hyper we went over this. Matter of fact, maybe we could try and bust out some right now. No. Where did I put it? Huh? I thought I put all these papers together. Hyper independence slash, oh, son of a gun, man. Where'd the paper go? It just used it. Oh, you know what? It's in my bag. Sorry, folks. So we went over hyper-independence. Well, I did. I coined the term yesterday at the Bible study. But hyper-independence and being on your own, right? Being overly on our own. Here it is. What's the term? My goodness. Instinctive. No, that's not it. Isolation. My goodness. Hyper-isolation, right? And isolation, as some of us, independent slash perhaps stoic in a way, single individuals like to be proud of at times is being isolated, right? Because we can all get things done when we're isolated and all focused on our own and on ourselves, which is a part of solitude, right? That's the other half, or the actual what I would consider now to be a good, better version of a term like isolation to use rather than the term isolation, because it brings into the concept of what is happening during your time of isolation slash solitude. Solitude is I think solitude is the feeling that we're achieving, maybe a presence, a oneness, maybe that's not necessarily like a feeling, but we're achieving a feeling of awareness, they didn't go into an actual definition of solitude. I'm just trying to get this through my head now. But solitude is created through maybe rigorous forms of isolation. When I say that, I mean rigorous things like prayer or breath work or exercise. In order to be in the presence of the moment and be in solitude, you need to get out of your head, you need to get out of your body, and you need to just be present. I know that's very wishy-washy, because at the end of the day, what's the point of just sitting there in solitude? Well, quite honestly, when your body is in alignment, like chakra alignment, so to speak, I know that's a woo-woo too, but when your body's in alignment, this is where magic happens. Magic being the mind can, let's just say really lightly, have an idea about the future, about what you want in this world, about goal setting, about being grateful in life, right? Yeah, or not so much. It could bring up negative thinking in a way that instead of becoming negative in your body and feeling bad, you focus on the negative and figure out a way to work through the negativity by, and I don't want to say focusing in, but even the opposite, focusing out, right? Being in solitude, being in solitude doesn't mean you have to be focusing in. Being isolated means that you're almost focused inwards. You're focused on yourself. Isolation, I don't want to go back and forth just because my mind is in the morning phase of ADD at the moment, or hyper active thinking. But solitude to me, and don't get me wrong, I am just relearning this because I've been in solitude for a decade now, in and out, right? I've been on my own. I've been purposefully striving for independence. I've been purposefully striving for isolation even, and trying to be able to do this stuff on my own, focusing inwardly, figuring out how I can take care of myself by just using my own ability. Now, it's not like I've been sitting inside for 10 years, but more so than not, my mind, my my presence, whenever I'm in my own space, trying to achieve solitude, but never doing well because I'm always focused inward, has only come to has created this being that I have, that I've got nothing but trauma in the form of self-isolation, self-sabotage, I'm trying to come up with here. I can usually run through these terms really well. Self-sabotage, self-hatred. I don't like to use the word hate, but man, at times, for sure, absolutely. So what I'm trying to do is get more present in the act of when I am on my own. It's more or less for focusing outwards, praying to God, praying for those around me, praying, being grateful for those around me, focusing outwards on those out there. Now the battle in my head has always been thinking, what does a prayer do for someone that you're not necessarily, what benefit, right? What benefit does a prayer have? I'm sorry the light's behind me, by the way, so excuse my lack of picture here. But what benefit does prayer have if all you're doing at the end of the day, outward expression wise, is talking to what would just be the air, right? You're just talking, whether you're speaking it in existence or just thinking about it. What benefit does that have when, i.e., God is just out there doing his own thing, and he already knows what's going on, and it already knows, what's going to happen. If someone is scheduled, and I'm going to use that term lightly, right? If God knows when someone's time is up, and I sit here and say, God, please keep this person alive. Please make sure this person's healthy and good and doing well. That's where I tamper with the prayer. I don't like those sort of prayers, but I know they're still helpful. I don't want to go too off track here. I'm trying to prove two different points. Like I said, I'm always a Gemini in the fact that I'm trying to balance out both sides, right? You can pray for someone to get healthy, whether or not God actually deems them, I don't want to say worthy of, but has it in the plan for them to be healthy. I'm under the influence oftentimes of the placebo effect. I put into play positive thinking. I put into the play law of attraction sort of deal. All these things where without God still play a prominent role, right? And that's where I sit, right? I'm trying to make sure that even if my faith is low, even if I just have a bad day and I just want to be like, God, I don't like this, and I can't believe you're doing this to me, and I can't believe that this happened to me today, and that you're not here to help and get me through this. Focusing inward, I can still take the time out and actually believe in the power of something as such simple as the placebo effect, which is real, right? And I don't want to take away power from God, but quite honestly, if you're not that perfect prayer, maybe, I don't want to say perfect prayer like there is a perfect way to pray, but quite honestly, there are better forms of prayer, I do believe, than others, right? So focusing inwards is not as powerful as focusing outwards, right? It still helps when you're thinking positively about yourself, but guess how you can think even better about yourself? When you're not even thinking about yourself, when you're thinking about others, when you're trying to think of helping others, when you're trying to actually give strength and courage and wisdom and power to other people, right? God, bless my family. God, help not even help, I don't like to use the word help. God, thank you for giving me such a good, strong, powerful, well-rounded, I'm not a prayer, by the way, I'm not great at it, but thank you for giving me family. Thank you for giving me, even if it's little time with family that you spend, thank you for those precious moments. Whether you remember them or not, it still matters. When you are thankful inwardly, you are grateful outwardly. And that shows and reflects in your daily life and your character, right? Right? Can I get an amen? Happy Palm Sunday, folks. So hyper-isolation, hyper-independence definitely has its drawbacks, right? I posted a video on my Facebook page specifically going into a really good understanding of those terms, hyper-isolation and independence. It causes you to be, it causes you to not trust others. It causes you to only trust yourself, to put too much investment in yourself, put too much you put too much weight upon yourself at some point, right? If you're expecting yourself to do it all, right, that's just too much, right? Because we literally are, as a species, meant to work with others. Independence is a stepping stone to interdependence, right? It's just a stepping stone. We're all meant to reach a quality of independence that stems from solitude, that stems from healthy solitude and presence with the one, to where you are comfortable and you are safe with yourself, not hyper safe where you're purposefully seeking out isolation, but you're comfortable with other people and only go to seek solitude when in need of let's say prayer. That's what I've honestly taken from something like The Chosen, right? Whenever Jesus said, I need time to myself, what did he do? He went to go pray. As simple as that. Like, your solitude should only be to pray. When you pray, it's usually for other people, you know? There is strength for yourself. There is courage for yourself. But more so than not, you lead by saying, all right, I've heard all this stuff from everybody else. I've been surrounded with all these humans, and I've been hyperactive with other people. So now that I'm on my own and praying, I need to pray for other people's distance, other people's difficulties and struggles. And that's just the gateway to just being on your own and being in solitude and being able to open up and pray for the realness that you have to offer to God. Wow. On fire today. Excuse me. All right. Oh, doing good. I am absolutely struggling right now. My knees. I'm going to do as much as I can. I got another hour or so before I got to leave for church. Like I said, happy Palm Sunday. Happy day of everything for you guys. Have a good day. Blessed be art thou. I can't sit here and pray. I could pray. God bless everyone on the other side of the screen. Everyone who's watching. Everyone who has little direction, little to no direction. Anyone who has lack of love, lack of entertainment, lack of education. Allow me to provide. Allow them to open up and receive in whatever way that you deem necessary. As always, your will, my body, my hands, all blessings to you, and God bless. And live expressively, folks. Peace.